Right. Life happens too. Like you say, those challenges that come your way in your personal life or at your job, wherever.
I mean, how many people do we come across and we talk about this simple belief system that, hey, the body can heal itself, and they think that we're cuckoo?
Quite a few.
More often than not.
Yeah. They're like,
No, it can't heal itself. No, my doctor got to do that.
yeah.
That pill will do
My
that.
doctor is educated and he's trained to figure that out. I'm not trained.
Yep.
But it's like he's not in your body. He or she's not in your body. How do they know what feels good and what doesn't?
Especially when they don't answer or ask a lot of questions and dig deep and try to understand what's behind how you're feeling.
Yeah. And a lot of times you're feeling something, but you can't even convey it into words because it's like it hurts, but it doesn't fully hurt, but it hurts.
And it's two different languages too. You got the doctor speak and you got your speak.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's the doctor's responsibility to understand your language and speak your language where you can understand kind of what's happening. And we're guilty of that pretty bad, and not everybody can do it, or every doctor can do it.
Do it correct.
So that's a big thing. Number one is the mindset that your body can heal itself. Self. Step number two is now you have to understand that when I say this, is that it's hard for people to believe because they think it's just about getting old or genetics, is that only 10% of diseases are truly genetic.
Wow. That's true. Going back, if you think about it, when we were younger, a lot of people weren't like sick and like how they are today. Diabetes wasn't rampant, right?
Not as much. Heart disease,
obesity, cancer. It wasn't rampant. Was it?
No. And how many times, you didn't really hear a lot of people died of heart attacks and cancers.
No.
It existed.
Yeah, and we used to think cancer was just hereditary, and if your grandmother and your aunts and your cousins and all of them had cancer, then obviously it runs in the family.
This got to be one of the biggest myths around that's out there, because if cancer and diabetes and heart disease, the three big ones, if they are so genetic, then why is it that our current time people are experiencing so much of the diseases?
Yeah.
1-2 generations back, they didn't experience as much.
Yeah, that's true.
Where's the genetics?
Yeah. What's the answer to that one?
Yeah. I mean, what happened? Where's the genetics from? How come more people have an autism today than ADHD wasn't a thing? Where's the genetics on that?
Well, I hear people justify it by saying, well, we have better sophisticated systems to detect it now. And it's like, really?
No.
We do screening for cancer and we detect it early. Really? Because the survival rate is still low.
It's still the same.
It's still the same. It hasn't changed. Whether you detect it early or not.
The new modern screening examinations and tests are not saving more lives. All right, I'll say it again. They're not saving more lives. Now, they could be diagnosed in more, but that doesn't mean that what they found is deadly at all.
Yeah.
It could be an overdiagnosis. It could be a false positive. I can get all into that. But yeah, it's not saving more lives by the sheer numbers.
Right.
Because if it was, how come not everything going down?
That's true.
So it's not. So just another way of doing it. And another thing is that my favorite organization, the CDC, they did a study with the World Health Organization. Again, one of my favorite organizations. I can't believe I really want to bring this up because they're so terrible. Anyway, they did it.